I'm Jen.
And I'm Joe.
And we're Jen and Joe
on the go. Happy St. Patrick's Day to one and all.
Cheers.
What do you have? Or how are you celebrating St. Patty's Day?
With an iced coffee.
I'm celebrating my Irish with some Irish whiskey.
Got some Jameson going on?
I've got some Jameson going on.
So anyway, this video literally took a half hour to set up.
I had to get my snack after I came home from work. I had to pour my Jameson and I had to set everything up. You're just sitting here drinking your coffee. I got to set up the camera and the tripod and the lights and the second tripod for the reason for this video, the new camera, and getting everything just set up just right. And
I feel like I could have watched the entire Walking Dead series in the time it took Joe to set up for this video.
I think you're just impatient. Perfection takes time.
So anyway, Joe, what is this video about?
We are going to talk about and show you our new camera.
It's about time. We have been using the same camera for 5 years. It is time for an upgrade.
We have, haven't we? It's almost 5 years. Good 4.5, getting closer to 5, yeah. We've had the Sony. What's the version? What's the model of this one? I'll look it up. I'll let you know. I'll show you pictures of this camera that we've been using. When we started doing these videos, we were using our cell phones, my cell phone primarily. Did that for a couple of months, but realized right away we had to get something because the video and audio quality both were not very good.
But that being said, if you're a vlogger starting out, your cell phone is just fine.
Yes, because that was an older cell phone. So
we still use our cell phones.
Yes, so it's a newer cell phone than the one we had when we first started. So it is better than that, but not as good as the camera, obviously. And we've added things to it over the course of the last several years. New microphone and blah, 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 blah. So a couple microphones,
but it was time for an upgrade.
We wanted something that was going to be just a little easier to carry around, smaller, easier, but still with the good image quality and actually better nighttime or darker quality than this one, than the Sony. We
find that carrying around the bigger camera in the parks it's just so cumbersome.
Yeah.
And we have found recently, we found in the last year plus that it's just been easier to record with our cell phone, take it in and out of our pocket, very easy to carry, and we wanted something like that.
Right.
So what did we get?
Yeah, something that's easy but also has really, really good quality. So the camera, you have everything over here on your side. The camera is the DJI Pocket Osmo 3.
Look at how tiny that is.
Osmo Pocket 3. It's the DJI. This is the third version of this type of camera setup. The lens is on a gimbal, which means the lens will follow around. You've got 3 different settings for how the lens will follow the subject. And the video quality is actually very good.
The video quality is very good.
The audio quality is really good. There are 3 microphones on this thing, 2 on the side, 1 in the front. And I don't know, the little bit that I've used it so far, I actually really like it. We ended up getting this. I was back and forth with it, looking at different things.
We originally started seriously looking at it back in October, and
before October.
Well, we wanted to buy it for our Disney Cruise Disneyland trip.
Yes.
But the newest version hadn't come out yet, and we didn't want to buy it right when it hit. We wanted some reviews to come in first, because if it was bad, we didn't want to get it, obviously, because it's a camera is an investment, especially if you're a vlogger, that's your equipment is your camera. So there's positives and negatives. I'd say there's a lot more positives than negatives.
Yes, definitely.
And the negatives that we have are very minute, I think.
I think the negative is just getting comfortable and used to it with the different features, how to access the different features. And the biggest thing for me, really honestly, off the bat, is the way this lens moves. With a regular camera, you're holding it in your hand, and the lens is going to be where your hand is.
Right.
So if I'm doing this, I know exactly where the lens is.
Yes.
If I'm moving this thing, I don't necessarily know where the lens is. There are different ways to set it up, and it does take a bit of practice to get it honed in just right. You can follow the subject. You can, so if you've got it linked to a person, the person moves and the lens will follow that person. Up, down, left, right. You can move the camera as well, but the lens will do a lot of the moving. There is a feature that I think is the one that will keep the lens more steady and stable. It is where it locks into the horizon. So now, wherever you're moving the camera, it looks at the horizon line and keeps it a little more stable and set. So it still requires a little bit of playing around just to make sure that I've got everything, if I'm comfortable with everything, you know?
And we've used it in a restaurant, we've used it in a store, we've used it under low light conditions in the family room. We have not, I don't think, taken it outside and used it in the sun, but I would assume that's going to be like your best quality.
Right. Natural light.
Right.
Yeah, because the day that we did that for my birthday, it was raining that day, so we didn't do anything outside with it. But I really like it. I think the way this thing fits in the palm of your hand is really nice and really convenient and really simple. You basically, your whole hand covers it up and you've got the lens out like this. So there are other things that you could do for attachments and accessories.
And we're going to go through those. We're going to show you what our camera came with, and then we'll tell you how much we paid for it, and then what we bought extra, which is only one thing.
Right.
Okay.
Basically, there are two packages. You can just get the camera, which, you know, is the camera, or you can get the creator's content creator package, which
is what we did.
Which is what we did. It comes with a lot of extra stuff, which is, I personally feel, well worth the extra money.
I do too.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing it came with was a case. This is great. It's got 3 different compartments on the left, in the middle, and on the right side. Very easy, just zip it up to close it and to open it. So first is the case, and everything fits nicely in here. The negative is it fits too well. Because it's kind of hard to close when everything is in here. But if you're going to be holding the camera all day and filming, you're really not going to have to take this in and out, because you're going to have everything you need on the camera already. Right. But it's just at the end of the day, when you put it away, this is fully full when everything is in it.
Yes. So I personally feel like it maybe could have been just a tiny, tiny bit bigger, just to make it a little easier to get things in and out of it, and then to zip it up. When everything is in it, it does become a little more difficult to zip it. Like right now it's easy, but when everything's in it, it's just a little tight. So
okay, so the first thing it comes with is, what is this, Joe?
It's the case.
This is the case for the camera. And basically that's what you're gonna need. I am gonna be doing our vlogging in May for our girls trip, and I'm literally going to have all the accessories in here and put that in the case in my purse. So it's very easy to pop it out. Show them how it pops in and pops out.
Like this.
I'm going to do very minimalistic vlogging, nothing fancy. That's all I'm going to need it for.
It's really kind of nice because the screen flips open like that, on and off.
And the sound quality is great because of all the microphones that are built into this very small camera.
So when the screen is in a vertical position and the camera's off, you put the screen face down into the case, just like that. Now the case is really nice because there is a feature in here for lenses. There is a filter with it. Creator package that we got does not come with the filter. But if you get a filter, it'll fit right here. Above it is the wide angle lens. So you could actually pop the wide angle lens onto the front of that.
Wow,
that's how easy it goes on.
That's so easy.
It's held in place by a magnet. So this will actually change your perception.
Oh, wow.
And gives you just a little bit more for the wide angle. I'd have to look to see what the numbers are for the actual dimensions, but it will give you just a little bit of extra wide angle feature with it. But the inside of the case is also magnetized, So the lens just fits right inside there, pops right in place. So obviously you do need to be careful because if it's only on by a magnet, you can
I probably
flip it
won't
off,
even bring that with me.
Well, you can bring the case, it's in there, but you can,
All right, the next thing it comes with is your tripod stand. And it just folds in, pulls out, very easy.
Now the bottom of the camera, now the camera's got a lot of different features, we'll get into that in a second, but the bottom of the camera only has the port for charging. You cannot put the camera right directly onto the tripod. To use the tripod, you need something else. Do that one first.
You need this.
This is the base extender. So this just fits right onto the bottom of the camera. And there's only one way you can put it on because the way this fits right in here. And then you got, on the sides, you've got the locks that lock in place. So now you've got the extender on the bottom, and it actually gives you a little something extra to hold on to when you're filming. Because when this is open, if you hold it like this without this extender on, you're covering up the screen. With the extender on, you don't cover up the screen at all. Your hand goes right below it. And you're here, your fingers are right by the controls for recording, which is that, and the joystick, which will help to control zoom and a few other features. And then flip that straight up vertical, 2 seconds, and it's off.
That's so cool.
So this extender here has the thread on the bottom for the tripod, which screws right in just like that. And now, boop, tripod.
Nice.
Now there is something else that this comes with. It is, and this again is the content creator package. In order to take this base extender off, you just hit the button on the back and it releases the locks and boop, pops right off. Now the one thing to keep in mind is that with this extender on, it has the thread for the tripod, but not an additional port for charging. You have to take this off in order to charge your camera because there is a battery built into the camera. The other part is what looks like a longer base extender, and it goes on the exact same way.
Just
and it
pops into place.
Pops right in place, and it has the locks on the side. So you just want to make sure that they are clasped in place, so that way. But this thing down here, you see how it's lit up green? This extra base extender is an extra battery. So now you have 2 batteries, one built into the camera and an additional battery down below. So you've got extra, and look, see, it's actually showing, well, it did for a second. It showed the battery life for both the battery that's in the camera and the extender. So the additional battery. So it does actually create an additional handle that you could hold on to, a little more. It depends on the size of your hand, but it gives you that. And this also has the thread down at the bottom, so you can, now you've got the tripod there, and it's a little higher, so if you're actually sitting at a table eating, this might be a better height for recording when we're doing dining room reviews. Yes. And just leaving it right on the table. So that's that.
Okay, and the next thing it comes with is this. And what is this, Joey?
That's your microphone, your external microphone.
Your external microphone. Like we said, there's 3 microphones built in, plus it comes with this one.
So this external microphone will just clip onto your shirt, your lapel, whatever.
I've seen a lot of people using these.
So this will clip. Let's just put it here. It might be a little easier. You can clip it right there. And that's your wind cover, or a cover to your wind deflector. So the way this thing goes on, there's a hole at the top, and this just snaps right into place, just like that. So now you've got your windscreen or deflector right on the top of it, which will help to prevent, the wind noise. It helps to minimize that, and then this thing just pops right off. So there is a little spot right there. The other thing about this though, which is interesting, again, magnets, you can see it's actually on the back of the clip. You could actually take this really strong magnet off, and if you want to put it like that, now you've got it on your shirt, it doesn't clip on, it's held in place by the magnet. Right there.
Kind of like those little things you can get at Disney, the little characters that the magnet's on the bottom and they sit on your shoulder.
Yeah. So it is strong. This thing is not falling off. It's on there pretty good. So, just for storage, I actually keep the windscreen on it. There you go, and that's in place. And when you when it's on, you could actually sync it up to the camera. There's on the screen, there's a way to sync up the external mic. So this way, if you're further away from the camera, that microphone will help to pick up the audio much better.
Okay, it also comes with
your charging cable.
Yep.
So the charging cable, this is a USB-C connector or cable. So this is the type of charging cable that the Google Pixel phone uses. It's the USB-C. So this is not what iPhones are currently using.
So how do I charge that? How do I charge this camera when I'm in Disney? Do I just charge it with the brick?
You can put this straight into the brick, or I'll give you the extra adapter that I have that actually plugs into the wall, because I have two for my cell phone. I don't have an iPhone, I have a Google Pixel, and the charging cable comes with the adapter that plugs into the wall outlet. The cable plugs right into that, and on the other end, it plugs right into the bottom of the camera. There we go.
And then that charges into the charger.
And then that goes into the adapter, and it goes into the wall, or you can plug this end into the brick. But yeah, just like that, we'll charge it up. The extra battery, the port for that is actually on the side, not on the bottom. So this just goes into the side like that, and same thing, plug it in. The battery life on these
is short.
It's short.
That's another negative.
Yeah.
Because our Sony, that battery lasts for
hours. It's a big, huge chunk of battery. That was the reason I got this bigger camera. The battery lasts forever, and the zoom is amazing.
We would never have to worry about charging the camera when we were in the parks all day. It held the charge all day and then some.
This is not going to do that.
No.
So the flip side of it, though, is that this recharges very, very quickly. You put it in, and within 20 minutes, actually I think it says within 10 minutes, you're gonna have an 80% charge.
Oh, great.
So it is a fast charge, but you need to have the proper adapter for plugging into the wall. There are different kinds that will charge your devices differently. So a lot of them that are cheaper will not do the super fast charge. This one, the adapters that I have came directly with the Google phones that I got, because I had a previous Google phone and this one that I have currently. So I still have both of those adapters. So I'll give you one that you can take with on the trip, and you'll be able to charge this pretty quickly.
And then finally, it came with a strap for the carrying case that we probably won't attach.
No, it actually goes into the camera itself.
Oh, it goes into, yeah, we probably won't do that.
No, probably not. But there is a spot right there. You can see the two little holes there.
Where you can thread it.
Where you can thread it through. I haven't even tried to do that, so I'm not 100% sure exactly how. With my eye, I'd have to get my glasses. But in essence, you could put the strap on, and then, I can't believe I just said that.
Yeah, that's
you could put the strap onto the camera, and then you've got it to hold on to, which is not a bad idea, because if you have it on your wrist and you're holding the camera, if it falls, you're not going to drop it. It'll be attached to the strap, and you know me and how paranoid I get when we're doing something over the edge of something. Like when we were on the cruise ship and the seal was out there, I did not want to bring my camera over the edge of, because I'm afraid I'm going to drop it. And if I drop it, that's it, I'm done.
I get it.
So, yeah.
So how much did we pay for all this? What was the grand total of this camera and all the accessories?
So I got it at Best Buy. The nice thing with that is that it was put on the Best Buy card. We got a year to pay it off, no interest. So the total price on it before tax was $680. Now that's with everything that comes with it.
But we did buy an extra memory card on Amazon for about $30.
Yeah. So I didn't show that here. Actually, I'm sorry. We almost forgot that. Thank you for reminding me.
You're welcome.
Right here. So here's the front where the screen is. Right here on the side is where the mini SD cards go in. So it's the tiny one. So you just got to basically
it's little like a nail, like a little fingernail.
So let me just pop it out. You do need to do it carefully with your fingernail. You push in and then it'll start to come out and you just
I will not be doing that with my nails. Yeah. Isn't that little? That is so tiny.
So this is, what size did I get? How can I even see it? I bought it and it's 250 gigs. 256 gigs. So
I shouldn't have to worry about changing it.
No, not at all. And then you just put it right back in, just like that. And you want to, with your thumbnail, just make sure it's going in all the way. And you'll feel it pop in place. So this is a little awkward, but again, it's easier if you have better eyesight or if you're wearing your glasses, but I think it's in. So yeah, you just want to make sure it gets in there all the way. There isn't really a cover for it. There isn't any other way for it to go in or come out. You have to just push in for it to pop out and push in to make sure it's actually in there in place. So let me pause for a moment. I want to set that camera up so we could do a little bit of video side by side to see a comparison as to how this camera looks.
We've been very impressed with the image quality so far.
So I want to do a little bit with this camera just to see. So give me just a moment. Let me set that up. All right. Well, I have both cameras running at the same time. So we're just going to see. Jen Stats, where should we look? I don't know. Look at either one. Try not to look at the screen up there because that means you're not looking into either lens. Look into that lens or look into that lens. Okay. One of the things I wanted to mention too is that they do recommend as you're going through, what I liked about this company, the DJI Osmo Pocket, is it Pocket Osmo or Osmo Pocket? Anyway, the DJI Osmo 3, what I like about it is that it gives you all sorts of tutorials for learning what you need to do with the camera. Different options, different features. One of the things that it recommends is to download the DJI Mimo, which is the app for the camera. The DJI Mimo app gives you all sorts of different things that you could do with it. Of course, there are sales pitches. Osmo Pocket 3, the DJI Osmo Pocket 3.
That's a lot of words.
It is a lot of words. But what's nice about it is that with the app, you can actually sync your phone up to the camera, which then means that you can see what's on the screen.
That's cool.
Because with our Sony camera, the screen flips. So when we're sitting here recording, I could see what's on the screen. So I have basically an idea. When I'm holding something up, I'll know what the camera sees. But on this other one, I can't do that. I guess if we turned it so that it's facing the opposite direction and we could actually see the screen, then I could flip it and go into selfie mode and the lens will flip backwards. But the nice thing is that with the cell phone connected up to the camera, we could, let's hold that up.
The other thing is that the DJI will also take pictures.
Oh yeah.
Which is really nice for a vlogging camera.
Yeah, the Sony can take pictures as well. I've just never done it. We never used it. This is going to be much easier to actually do that. The other thing with this is that you could actually record and stop recording with the red button that's right down there. So you could actually control the record features. Yeah, so I just want to see what the audio sounds like, compare the two. Overall, I like the setup. I like this thing.
I think it's going to be extremely easy for me to use once I get the hang of it when I film our girls trip in May. I don't think it's going to be that complicated, which I really like because I really like to fall back on my camera because it's just easy. And I think this is going to be just as easy.
It should be. It's going to be, you have to just be careful where you're actually touching the screen because you might get into a screen that you don't want to get into, or you might do something that you don't want to do. So you just have to be careful with that because that screen is small. But, you know, once it's set, and it should be kind of nice to be able to do all the things that you want to do with it.
Yeah, that's
so overall, I'm really happy that I got it. I'm very excited to try to do more with it.
I think it's going to, I think because it's so small and easy to carry, we're going to vlog a lot more than we usually would with the big camera because it's so cumbersome and bulky and heavy to carry.
Yeah.
This is just so light and it fits in your hand so nicely that I think we will film even more than we usually do, which will just mean it'll take us longer to edit.
Well, me. The other downside to it, even though you do have this external microphone here that clips on, you know, for your lapel mic, you can't add any additional microphone to it. Like,
I don't think you need to, though.
Probably not. It just depends. Like the microphone that we have on our Sony camera is big, and it's a multi-directional mic, so there's a mic in the front and a mic in the back, so that way we can actually get sound from behind as well as in the front. So if I'm recording and I don't want the sound in the front and just myself narrating, I can actually only put on the microphone in the back. So it's a multi-directional. You know, so that part is nice to have that. It picks up sound much better quality, reduces the background noise quite a bit. You know, so we'll just see how this one's going to work with the audio quality.
So Joe's going to show each piece of equipment that it came with. So we're
a little more up close.
Yes, and so make sure you stick around for that.
Yeah.
And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell because you don't want to miss any of the next Jen and Joe on the go action because we're putting our Disney Cruise Line vlogs out there and I'm so excited for them because it was such a great trip.
I'm looking at both cameras. My neck is starting to hurt. Yes, we're in the middle of doing all the cruise videos.
Just wanted Disneyland.
And then we're going to get into the Disneyland videos. Just wanted to come in to show you this camera.
Because a lot of people have been asking our thoughts on it, so we wanted to put a quick review out there.
Yeah. So far, I really like it. So far, I think it is really nice. And the most convenient thing about it is that it's small and portable and easy to take around to do whatever you want to do. Yeah.
So if you stuck it out to the end of this video, give us a purple heart.
Cheers.
All right.
And have some Irish whiskey today of all days.
Oh,
wear
better
green.
Yet, give us a green shamrock because it's St. Patrick's Day.
There you go. That's a better one.
So
a
if you
green
stuck around
shamrock.
to the end of the video, give us a green shamrock in your comments.
Yes.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching.
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, then we can do a picture of us holding the camera.
Yeah. And now look, see, I can turn it off right here.
Nice.
Boom. And it's off.
Nice.
I was able to control the video.
Nice.
And look, you have all the controls here too on this app. You have all the controls that you have in the camera. Mm-hmm. So you can go straight into photo. Here, let's go. Let's take a picture really quick. Ready? Just look at that one. Just took a picture. And we could see the picture too.
Wow.
Ooh, look at that. So you can actually see it right on the phone.
That's very cool.
Ooh. That's cool.
All right, let's do our thumbnail.
We just did.